Welcome back to our third lesson of Adobe Illustrator t-shirt design. In this lesson, we are going to be making a gaming t-shirt design. Well, there are a lot of gaming t-shirt designs, but here in this lesson, I'm going to be explaining about a couple of things which you can do while you're using or making a gaming t-shirt design in Adobe Illustrator. Well, gaming t-shirt designs can be a bit, complex, and sometimes as it is kind of like a jersey, so sometimes it's, very tough to do, but I'm just going to give you a couple of ideas which can help you to make your t-shirt look a lot more better. So let's just open up Adobe Illustrator. So now let's do the same thing by opening up our own preset. So I'm going to click on, let's say, create. That's totally fine. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is going to be opening up a couple of things, including our t-shirt. So first things first, I'm going to do is click on File, click on Open, go on to our resource file and find out Console, Game T-shirt Pattern, and then Skulls. Okay, first I'm going to click on Console, or maybe open all of them up at the same time. Click on Open, and 3 of them will be opened at the same time. You can see our t-shirt pattern is over here. Delete. You can see a couple of parts of this pattern which I'll be using later on. So I'm going to do is going to be keeping it, delete it, or Control Z to undo the process. Let's just keep it the way it is. Now the first thing I'm going to do is going to be clicking on this open page, and I'm going to do is first off close it off. We'll skip this. The last one is skulls over here, which we are also going to use, and the last one we're going to open up our mockup file from t-shirt mockup, whichever one you want to use. Let's say I'm going to use the black one this time. Okay, you can use this if you want to, but I'm going to do is going to be clicking on File, open this up, instead find out the black t-shirt AI, and show the preview if you want to, and then flatten layers to single or convert layers to object. Okay, so therefore we have it. Okay, now let's go on to our first one, which you're gonna need is, sorry, my bad, not this one. Click on this one where we are going to edit in our own stuff. Now, whichever one you want to use, that's like totally up to you. Let's say I'm going to use just this one. Okay, first I'm going to do is ungroup the whole thing. Click on Object and ungroup the whole thing so that I can use the specific ones, whichever one I prefer. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this as the pattern. Okay, I'm going to use one of these. Right click, ungroup this up. Just click on Object and ungroup. Again, do the same thing, Object, ungroup. Control G. Now this is grouped. Take this over here, which I'm gonna take the ones which I basically need. Okay, so this is the isolated. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. I don't need it. Okay, we already have one. Now what we're gonna do is gonna be clicking on no. Okay, as we're quite done. Now the first thing about a gaming t-shirt is all about the pattern. So we're gonna first off put the pattern over here. So first things first, I'm gonna do is right click on it. Crop, you can crop it up if you want to, or you can take this up on another page. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is going to be in decreasing the size. Okay, we have our t-shirt over here. Now the first thing I'm going to do is going to be taking this pattern. You can see the dark sheet. I'm going to just rasterize the effect over here on this t-shirt. Okay. Now if you want to rasterize it, there are a couple of different methods. So right click on it. Let's say I'm going to click on this and make sure to, let's say I'm going to click on file. You can open up. Let's say I'm going to do is export selection. You can click on select. First off, you have to rasterize the effect so that you can put that up over here directly on, the specific t-shirt. If you want to do that, I'm going to do is right click and create clipping mask. First off, select the specific t-shirt. Click it up over here, delete it. Now from here, what I'm going to do is going to be click on it. And then I'm going to do is going to be clicking on layers, which you already have over here. Select on the specific file. Then I'm going to do is make pixel perfect. And then let's try using our, rasterize and then clipping mask over here so that I can put that up directly on our t-shirt. I'm going to do is release, right click on it. Okay, well, let's make another layer for it so that I can put that up directly. I'm going to delete this first. Use layer 2 over here. Now you might find out that this is a bit complex, but first thing is that you have to rasterize the effect. Now there's a lot of other things about layering and stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to be clicking on this t-shirt and make sure that you don't have no background. If you do have any background, you can use this pen tool, or let's say, add anchor and all of those tools to remove the parts and then, starting on with it. So make sure to use this file because this is going to be a lot more easier. Now the first thing I'm going to do is going to be clicking on layers, and I have already another layer, but if you don't have another layer, you can see this is layer 2. I'm going to delete it and keep on just layer 1. Okay, so here in layer 1 I have this t-shirt. Now let's say I'm going to do is name this image. Okay, now I'm going to do is make another layer, which is going to be layer 2, which is going to be underneath us. Now from layer 2, what I'm going to do is going to be, first off, I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to set this first. Okay, I'm going to mask it up. Now this is masked up. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is going to be clicking or copying this. Click on file. What I'm going to do is copy. First off, click on edit and copy, and click out the transparency option and click on this and paste it right in place. Paste in place. You can see this is how it will look like. You can see over here, opacity is 100%, and this is basically white, so it cannot be seen. I'm going to click on layers first. You can see layer 2 over here, and transparency. I'm going to click on this option, and first off, click on clip. You can see this is basically how it will look like, and I'm going to do is increase this stroke to 4% so that it looks better and looks the way it needs to look like. I'm going to do is click on this. You can remove the stroke if you want to, but this is basically how it will look like. Okay, then you can clip it up. But if it's still not working, then what you can do is obviously delete it. You can see this is the effect. Then the first thing you're going to do is going to be zooming in, and I'm going to do is rasterize this effect first. Okay, I'm going to do this. First off, do the same thing. Find the anchor and start doing the same thing again. I'm gonna keep this up until all of this is done. Okay, now it looks a lot more better. We're almost at the end. You can see it is almost done. They're done. Now the first thing after doing this is going to be, you're going to click on it after right clicking. Okay, now we're going to make a path out of it. Right click on it, make sure this is on layer 2. Okay, make sure it is on layer 2, which we are basically doing. Okay, now if it's not on layer 2, you're going to copy the same path. Click on layers. You can see the path over here, and make sure this is black in color. If it is not working that way, just select on any other color. Fix out the transparency. Let's say I'm going to click on this. You can see now I have clipped it up according to my desire. Now after I've clipped it up, now the first thing you're going to do is going to be doing a couple of other things which you need to do with, you know, this. That's just quite perfect. Now what I'm going to do is going to be clicking on the another layer. We can change color right now according to my own desire. Okay, now the first thing let me try is using a fill on our second layer. Click on this layer and you can see opacity, path. Well, we're gonna basically need another one which we use in our first one, which is not over here. We're gonna keep it underneath. Basically this is the, you know, the part. Control Z. I'm gonna do, let's just remove it, and this is basically the path. So this is the first and the second. Control Z. I'm gonna just paste it just the way it is. Click on transparency. You can see this is the first. Just clip it up. Okay, make sure both of them are clipped up, or well, it's not going to work. Now I'm gonna do is take paste in place. After you pasted both of them in place, you're gonna make or select the second layer, which is where your path basically is, which is going to be this one. Okay, this is the one which you basically need. Now here from, I'm gonna do is click on layer 2 or isolation mode, which you basically have. I'm not gonna keep it isolated most of the time. Click on another layer. You can see this is basically isolated. You can see this is now how it looks like. I'm going to do is press on Control Z. This is the masked up part. You can see the path over here. I'm going to click on the path. And then I'm going to do is select any of the color, whichever one I want. Let's say I'm going to try, first off, let's just put on a stroke. See where the stroke ends up. You can see basically this is where it is. Right click on it, and I'm going to do is try rasterizing it. White or maybe transparent. Okay, make sure it is transparent or white, whichever one you prefer. I'm going to do is take this transparent one and create clipping mask. Press on OK. The selection contained rasters object, which will be re-rasterized but not added to the clipping mask. I'm going to do is take it right above over here. Opacity is 100%. I'm going to do is click on the fill and make sure we only have this. I'm going to take this part out. Click out transparency. Then there we are good to go. Then I'm going to do is going to be clicking on this option over here, taking this up over here, but make sure to put it on the second mask. You can see now we can only see the effect instead of the whole thing, right? Now I'm going to do is click on this, and I'm going to do is click on it a couple of times. You can invert the mask if you want to. You can clip it up. You can see how it will look like. And let's say I'm going to do is put in 90 or maybe 10%. Okay, I'm just going to put in 100%. Or just keep it 100. This is basically how it will look like. Click on the fill. Make sure there's more color on it. You can put whichever color you want. There you go, you have it. I'm going to do is remove this part. Let's say I'm going to do is keep it just the way it is. Now what you're going to do is going to be using your logos, whichever one you want. Let's say I'm going to do is use this skull, which I used. Also going to paste it right over here. Instead of that, what I'm going to do first is going to be taking a group, making a group first. Both of it a group, Control G. I have to select the whole thing together. I have to press on Control A, except for this one over here, and delete it up. I'm going to group them up, lock. Select on layers. Okay, we have it. As we have it, now I'm going to do is going to be taking this one. Control C. Control, let's say I'm going to do is make another layer over here. You can see you can make mask if you want to. That's like totally up to you. But I'm going to do is keep it just the way it was. Then I'm going to do is paste in front. You can see it over here. I'm going to do is take this part, fill it up with black. And I want the stroke to be a bit higher. Stroke is going to be higher over here. Fix out the opacity. Zoom in. Click on this. And then put in the layer over here. Okay, I locked in this instead of that one. Select on this one. Let's say first off, I'm going to do is save this up first. Later on, let's try working on this one again. No. Click on no. I'm going to do is first off, save this one. Click on save as. Save on your computer. Let's say I'm going to do is type in gaming. Save. Okay. Then we're good to go. I'm going to do is open up another one. Open up the same one, which we have. Gaming over here. And then we have it basically. Then we're going to do is going to be using this one only. I'm going to do is open the other ones. Open. Resource file. What we're going to do is going to be clicking on skulls and then console, both of them together. And then we're going to be using it. We're going to ungroup them. Object, ungroup. Click on them again. Object, ungroup. Then I'm going to select the specific part. Control G. I'm going to take this over gaming AI. You can see how it will look like. You can still see this looks like this because it is being rastered. But first I'm going to do is select on the specific one. Do is use this whenever I want or however I want. I'm going to use this part. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to copy this whole thing. Basically, I'm going to take it right above over here. And there you go. I have it. You can see it's totally visible. You can see over here. I'm going to do is reduce the strokes a bit so that it is, not that. You can see how it will look like. All has been rasterized and all of it. And there you go. I have it over here. Now, if I want to use these ones too, I'm going to do is first off, click on object and ungroup it according to my desire. Okay, you have to ungroup them. Let's say I'm going to use just this ones. And take it over here. I'm going to delete this because I don't need it. I'm going to hold on to shift and then reduce the size. There you go. And you can put in your name or put whatever you basically want over here. Let's say I'm going to put in a couple of texts. Here I'm going to type in team Lawrence. Let's say put in TRD. See, it's good to go. Click on it and fix or use whichever font you want. Let's say I'm gonna use something cool, which looks a lot better. Let's say MV Bully is good. Select on it. Fix out the size. Let's say I'm gonna select on this text. Then I'm gonna do select on fill and then use whichever color you basically want. Let's say from here I'm gonna do is click on fill, click on gradient, and then from here I'm gonna do is click on this picker tool, and then from here I'm gonna select this text or maybe this one. Looks a lot more better. Cancel it up and paste it wherever you want it to be. Let's say I'm going to just use white because it's not that visible. Use whichever one you want. Okay, so now you know how you can make up a basic gaming t-shirt according to your desire. You can also remove it or add whatever you want to your t-shirt. So hope you understood everything about this lesson. Now let's move on to our next lesson where we are going to learn about a different custom t-shirt design in Adobe Illustrator.